Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Yes, we do.
So this is RWBY Ice Queendom episode number 10 that we're checking out today. And you can get all of our RWBY reactions and a playlist in the description of this video. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
There might be another way. Huh? Yang, what did you just say?
I said I'm sure RWBY is doing her best.
I meant after that.
It was... oh yeah, it was about the Grimm allergy.
That's it. We should use the Nightmare Grimm that possessed Jean.
Hold on.
I need to talk to Professor Shion.
Wait. What are you planning?
Trust me.
The other nightmare is still alive. I'm going to use it to possess me.
Oh, damn.
We've been no match for Negative Weiss in the dream. This will turn me into her equal.
Are you nuts? You think I'm just gonna stand here and watch you become Negative Blake?
We have to do this to drive out the nightmare possessing Weiss.
But what will happen to you?
That's where you and RWBY come in.
Huh?
Free me.
After I've helped free Weiss, you can both free me.
Oh, damn.
You can't make decisions like
Some
that
trust.
alone. You don't
Yeah.
even know if this will work.
You saw how freely Jean could move around when he did it. That means this has a good chance of working too.
That is not enough proof for you to take that kind of risk.
Take a good look around, Yang.
So what? You have to do this because you're a Faunus? Because of the White Fang? Don't tell me it's because you actually hate Weiss.
That's not it. This is probably a collection of all the things Weiss wants to avoid or can't figure out. But she can't keep ignoring them. Not anymore.
Do you think she'll ignore me?
The Schnee family and the White Fang are like mirrors, reflecting each other. If I'm the one possessed by the nightmare, then I can reflect the truth back to Weiss and make her reflect on her legacy.
And what exactly is the point of showing her all of that?
If Weiss and I can face one another as both friends and equals, we should cancel each other out. If we realize we're just reflections, we'll understand that there's no reason for hate.
That might work in real life, but the Nightmare Grimm might make you both lose control of yourselves.
We might need to lose control at first. Nightmares don't normally attack other Nightmare Grimm. We need a reason to fight each other that's strong enough, or this plan isn't going to work. Please, Yang. This might be one of the only chances we have left of snapping Weiss out of it.
Man. Blake's a badass.
Ballsy. Very ballsy.
Yeah. Okay, I trust you.
I give up.
Or that.
But first, we should ask the professor if it's even possible.
Yeah, let's ask right away.
Man, high stakes episode.
Mm-hmm.
That is an interesting strategy. If you do this, you must be sure not to lose the relic you acquired. The final key is likely that relic.
They're switching to a new strategy. Does that mean the last one already failed?
Pretty much.
Doesn't sound good. I wish there was something we could do to help.
Professor Ozpin, do you think that we could enter Weiss's dream again?
We have already sent 4 people inside the dream. Any more would drain Shion's semblance.
Then what if we switch places with someone?
That's right. It sounds like RWBY was in danger.
Let us take someone's place.
If that becomes necessary, Shion will tell us. For now, we trust and wait. Believe in the friends who will one day fight by your side.
Yeah, but it's
If
just
we
so hard
did
just to
use the
watch
same
them
nightmare that also possessed
in there
Sean,
and not really know
then
what's
yes,
going
this
on
strategy
even.
may work. But know there's a chance neither of you will survive. I can't guarantee your success.
You see? I told you it's dangerous.
It was dangerous going in to
You
begin
know
with.
what we're dealing with. Do we have many other options?
Unfortunately, we don't.
All right. Will you help us do it?
If this is what you want, then yes. Sorry, rule of 3.
The headmaster has given his approval.
Come on, seriously?
Can we get started right away?
Yes. Do you still have your coins?
I have one left and Yang has 2. I don't know about RWBY and the others, though.
RWBY's
You
out.
have to save 1 coin each. If a nightmare's control over you is weak, a coin may still be used to awaken you. You will need the other coin to get everyone safely out of the dream.
Okay, got it.
It will possess you immediately. Yang, please move far away from Blake. When the two dreams overlap, it may change things in an unexpected
Drastically.
way.
All right. Ready,
No.
Yang?
Good to go. It's a great plan.
Yang?
It's a dangerous gamble, but I have faith they'll succeed.
It's true that they are strong-willed. Plus, they haven't quite tapped into their true abilities.
If what happened to Weiss happened to you, Ren, I would probably be doing the same thing as Blake right now.
That would be
He knows.
difficult because I'm quite good at avoiding Grim. So you don't need to worry.
I was just saying, sheesh.
If it happened to you, Nora, I would do the same.
It looks like you found the outstanding team you wanted all along, Weiss. Good luck in there.
That's what everyone was going to say. If the same thing would happen to you, I would send Pure in. It's like, what? She's the best out of all of us, so, you know, I want you to have the best person there.
Let's begin.
I hope you know what you're doing, Blake.
Mm-hmm. The cookie jar has been opened.
It kind of reminds me of Mario Galaxy when we're on a daisy, the way it was like kind of like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Looks like it started. Let's go.
You could count on me to wake you up.
I can't close. What's this? You're leaving already?
What's that about friends?
It's you.
Do you really think you can become friends with one of the Schnees?
So you're my nightmare after all.
Yes, he is.
You're wishing you hadn't betrayed the White Fang now. Are you going to continue hiding that you're actually a faunus?
I don't have any regrets. I know that my friends will always accept me.
Real friends, yeah.
The darkness in your heart says otherwise.
Was there something strange?
Awesome!
What? Oh no! Are you okay there, Blake? Hey!
Yeah, everything's fine. It's the house on fire. She's on a highway to hell. Railroad to hell. Ooh.
It can't be.
That's a cool image.
In the name of the White Fang and all fun is kind, I will take down
the Shani Dust Company.
Is it wrong that I kind of like Nightmare Blake more than regular Blake?
I was thinking that as well.
Don't hurt her. She's cool.
Is this John's cape?
Yeah, I recognized that last time. She rode in on her bike.
It's nice that Blake's thorns were concerned about Yang being warm enough.
Well, it seemed like Blake, that's her like final act, like left that for her so that like the thorns wouldn't get her.
Since I'm running a little bit late, I'd better ride like the wind.
Yeah.
Didn't plan for that, did you, Ice?
Yeah.
What is happening out there?
Such a badass entrance.
Yang?
Hello.
The White Fang? How are they here? Daughter of the Shani family, human or faunus, we're finally going to settle this once and for all. Are you Blake?
Damn right I am. Bow down to my awesome stilettos.
I don't know what you're playing at, but it's time to stop. Does it look like I'm playing around?
It does not look like you're playing around. And I love it. She's got such a ferocity to her.
Mm-hmm.
Stabby stab. Hey, sis. Oh.
Ruby! You made it, Yang?
The sillies.
What in the world even happened here?
Ruby! Right here! Yang, no!
Get on.
Digging the music.
Mm-hmm.
Take this. Oh. A relic?
You ready, Ruby?
I can definitely still fight.
Blake is gonna go stop negative Weiss. I'll distract that thing while you finish off the Grim.
Right.
It's up to you, leader.
I don't know, it's got like an Irish rock jig or something like that
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, completely. Made me think of like Boondock Saints or something.
Yeah. It's just some great shots. One of the few people that can make goggles look cool.
Oh, get that back.
Frickin' little twerp.
I guess having it face the wrong way isn't the worst thing after all. It's still weird.
Yeah, someone found like the actual legit reason for it. Like, okay, you can use it like that, but she said you have to, like, it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
That's not that.
We need a reason for that.
Yeah. They made too much of a big deal of it.
Oh, look at the little sillies fight.
John falls ass backward into being a hero.
Sums it up pretty well.
Ooh!
All right, definitely a dream.
Can't run along the side of a building normally.
Ooh.
Suck on that.
Stop this right now, Blake. When I render judgment, the punishment will be far more than exile.
Judgment and exile. When has your kind ever judged Faunus fairly? How many innocents have suffered unjust verdicts at your whim?
What are you talking about?
You stole our land, then our pride. And when we resisted, you stole our lives. This is who you are.
She's embracing the nightmare.
The nightmare is growing quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Blake has a very strong aura. But she also willfully took the nightmare upon herself.
But won't that make it much more difficult to rescue her?
Yeah.
They look so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Since she did it intentionally, Blake's heart should be able to resist. The
For how
question
long?
now is whether or not my semblance will hold, and whether or not they can defeat the nightmare possessing Weiss in time. If Team RWBY's plan doesn't go exactly as we hoped, there will be no other way to save Weiss.
Dun dun dun.
Thank you, Weiss. I'm here. You're fighting too, aren't you? Let's fight together this time to defeat the Grimm.
Purple rain.
Why are you doing this? What do you think I've done?
But isn't this exactly what you wanted all along, Mistress Shmee? I've brought you a horde of vicious faunus so you can pass
Mistress.
all
Oh,
the
okay.
judgments you want, if you can even face them.
I never said that I wanted this. Why are you holding this grudge?
Spoken just like a human. You've all abused us for years to your benefit by making us fight Grimm. You used us to fight your foolish wars, and then banished us all to an island forever.
I'm not the one who did all of that. I don't hate Faunus, and I'm just trying to keep the city safe.
I am going to make you pay for all the sins of your family.
But you...
Are my family.
But you're not the real Blake at all.
There you go.
That I remember would never speak this way to me.
You don't know anything at all about the real me.
I feel the same. Whoever you are, you know nothing about me either. I'm going to remove that mask and pass my judgment. And you will never wake up from your sleep again.
And I can't wait to see you try it. Mistress Snake!
Nailing the music in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yeah. Slice and dice. No! You son of a bitch! Oh man, I think that might have been my favorite episode so far in RWBY Queendom.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 100% hands down.
It was just like action packed, a lot of great moments, like iconic shots in there, like, you know, it's just like kind of like poster shots.
And also like the stakes of this were so high,
Yes.
which they set up right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they set it up with Blake. We're so used to Yang throwing herself headfirst into danger because she's awesome and it always works out for her.
Yeah.
We're used to RWBY doing it because she's very protective and she's the leader and that's what you do when you're a leader. Blake's always the quiet one, you know? And I think Blake wrestles a bit more with reasons for doing something, with what's right and wrong. Like, I feel like Yang and RWBY have a sense of keying into that very quickly. And I think Blake, probably because she's been persecuted as a faunus, she knows the dangers, I think, of seeing things in black and white. And so she tends not to, and she tends to sit back and kind of listen and observe instead of throwing herself headfirst into something. And yet, here's an episode where she is throwing herself headfirst, taking a huge risk, putting herself in harm's way. And for, at the end of the day, a schnee. Like, you know, for the person who, in a lot of ways, does lead some persecution against the faunus. Like, her family does this. And in Ice Queendom, we don't have all the history for them to dive in to do this for each other like we do with the regular season of RWBY. You know, like, if this came after the RWBY series, it'd be like, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, I could see them doing that for each other. But they don't have all that history yet. So, I mean, just very impressive episode.
And also, like, I mean, the animation was very, very cool as far as, like, when Nightmare Blake is starting to, like, be revealed. I mean, like, we had seen Nightmare Blake, whatever, at the end of episode 9. But, like, seeing her come out, like, in the, like, you know, flames or whatever, and, like, her hair is all crazy and wild. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be fun. I didn't necessarily love her as much as the episode went on. Like, I mean, like, with the, like, you know, just how angry she was, but, like, I don't know, it's just like it was seeing Blake in a different light, which was pretty cool. But yeah, like, so like when she first came out, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely gonna like her a lot more than I like Blake, unfortunately. But then as it went on, I was like, no, I mean, this is fun for like this, but you know, actual Blake is better.
Yeah, I think there's an aspect of this that is attractive for Blake, which is just the overwhelming confidence and kind of self-assuredness in her strength that Nightmare Blake seems to have. Whereas our Blake seems to generally just be a little, I think, more insecure. That's how she starts off. She's hiding. She's a faunus. Like, there's just a little bit more of that to her. So when Nightmare Blake comes out, all that confidence, all of that, just like boldness,
fierce,
is a brand new flavor for Blake, and it's very appealing. But I do love that, you know, Adam was her nightmare, and essentially we're seeing who Blake could have been had she not split away from the White Fang. Like this, she could have been Queen of the White Fang by Adam's side. This is kind of who I imagine that person probably would have been. And, you know, talking about Weiss is a part of the Schnee family with as much venom as she fears people talk about her just for being a faunus. You know, like being judged for being part of a group versus being judged on your own merits and for who you are.
And it was interesting, Nightmare Weiss or whatever, recognizing that wasn't Blake. She's like, you're not Blake.
Yeah, that was super interesting.
Yeah, and like just the defense of Weiss, of what she was doing, like, admitting, the Nightmare Weiss admitting, like, I don't hate the faunus. It's just that, like, being afraid of them, not knowing what to do with them, not knowing how to handle that situation. And I think, like, she doesn't hate the faunus, maybe she never did, but like definitely after like the whole Blake reveal of her being a faunus and like seeing it more as like, okay, instead of a group, it's people and or, you know, faunus, whatever, that make up seeing it more as like individuals instead of like the whole of White Fang, and like that everyone that's associated with it is going to be bad and evil. So I think that like probably shook what her conception was of the White Fang.
It's a good technique sometimes when you are having a debate with someone and kind of like they seem immune to you when you prove your point. Sometimes the way to kind of make them perhaps see the error in their argument or their logic is to jump on their bandwagon and just push it more extreme. Like, oh no, you're totally right. If we do this, then we should do that. And like push it further until you can find where their line is of like, no, actually, I don't agree with that. And I think that's kind of what Blake did here. It's like, oh, you think I'm a villain for being a faunus? You think I'm terrible? Wait till you see me be terrible.
Yeah.
And so she jumped in there. She pushed it further. And so she actually got Weiss to backtrack on what she maybe previously said or had thought about faunus to admit, I actually don't think they're all terrible. I think you're kind of cool, Blake. I don't think it's I don't think it's a us versus them thing anymore. But, you know, sometimes when you say like it's not us versus them, somebody who thinks that way will say against you until you jump in there and be like, yeah, no, it's us versus them. So let's just wipe them out. And then they go, oh, wait, no, I didn't mean that.
Which is a big difference from Nightmare Weiss when she was talking before about like a world, I want no more faunus. Like, you know, and she was going to like ban all the faunus. And she's like, you know, I mean, again, like saying like it's coming from fear, obviously, but still, yeah, her from kind of what you were saying, pushing her to the extreme, went from like, oh, no more faunus to be like, wait a minute, no, it's not that I hate the faunus. It's, you know, yeah, getting them to sort of like examine their own beliefs a little bit closer.
I had read that somewhere because they were talking about like how to talk with people who seem to have prejudice. And like, I want to believe, and I'm trying to make myself continue to believe that people really aren't cruel and mean-spirited and prejudicial, and that like, if you can just talk to someone on an individual basis, you'll realize that no, we can recognize the life of another person and we don't have to like think of others as less than. But one of the ways it said that you can kind of get them to start thinking that way is instead of them having to prove you wrong with your argument is like take them further. And like, that's a way to combat prejudice is when you can get them to make your argument for you. I did like the Yang and Blake scene, you know, with Yang kind of, because again, Yang is the person who throws herself into danger. It always works out for her. She's never worried about like how her family's going to think of whether or not she'll come through it because she's Yang. She always comes through it.
Yeah.
So very different position for her to be in, to be that family on the sidelines, watching someone she loves throw themselves into danger, you know, and it's not like it's her little sister where like, I don't know, there's that feeling of like she goes with her. Like this is a mission that only Blake can do and Blake has to do it on her own.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Ice Queendom, episode number 10. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.